Welcome to the TMZ podcast. We have Talia on today. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
A second time, correct?
Yes.
You came correct with your notes highlighted. That was the first.
did.
That was the first thing I noticed.
I
so.
really want to make sure I do this correctly for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
We got some pretty crazy stories as always.
Yeah.
President Trump gave the finger to a Ford employee, which was quite something, and it's on video. Then we will get into a Florida politician who is seeking to tax OnlyFans models 50% of their income in Florida.
A ridiculous amount.
A ridiculous amount, kind of clout chasing as politicians do, but obviously OnlyFans models and people in general are not happy about this at all. And then lastly, we'll just wrap up with this director, Timothy Busfield, turned himself in yesterday in Albuquerque and is denying all these charges of sex abuse. Obviously, very serious accusations that were made against him. So we will dive into that later on. Sound good to you?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, cool. So for starters, the president of the United States yesterday flipped off a Ford employee, and it's on video.
That's never a sentence I thought we'd have to say.
Never. And also he said fuck you to the employee as well. So that's crazy. I mean, what world are we living in where our president is giving the finger to just a random employee basically at a Ford factory?
Incredibly presidential.
Yes. So just some background. So he was in Detroit yesterday and he was giving a speech and he was doing a tour of the Ford factory there. And we got video where it's kind of hard to hear. You know, there's a lot of commotion going on. I'll just play the video. We'll just play the video. He's not happy.
Oh my God.
There it is. So it's kind of hard to hear
insane.
because obviously in a factory, but the person yells is basically that he's a pedophile protector.
Talking about the Epstein files?
Yeah, and him not releasing the Epstein files. Obviously, a lot of people are very upset about this. And as you can see, the president wasn't very happy with this and chose to say, fuck you, and then flipped him off.
I like how even though the video is kind of far away, you could still see he very clearly says fuck you.
Oh, for sure.
Like he put his whole mouth into that.
And it's so like 2026 of like the president of our country is
so
cursing
ridiculous.
at someone. And honestly, I was never a middle finger guy. Just because,
Really?
like,
that's kind of my thing.
It
hurts.
I could totally tell that you're a middle finger girl.
Thank you so much.
But
Wow.
because some people's are just way more aggressive than others. Like, I feel like some people can do it. I didn't really particularly like his. It was kind of weak.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, like, have good form. Like, you have to have a pretty strong middle finger.
You do.
I knew.
Mine's good.
I knew you were a middle finger. That was actually,
Good,
I knew you were a middle finger person. But the update we have on this that came out today, obviously, so first, yesterday, the Trump spokesperson basically said, yeah, lunatic was wildly screaming expletives in a complete fit of rage, and the president gave an appropriate and an ambiguous response, which is very on brand for what Trump would say.
To call the worker a lunatic and then say, no, Trump, it was just like a direct, correct response.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, it's crazy world we live in. It's come out who this guy was. He has spoken out and basically said that he has been suspended as they're doing an investigation. I would imagine that Ford at some point is probably going to fire this guy.
I would think so.
He basically said, I don't feel as though fate looks upon you often, and when it does, you better be ready to seize the opportunity. And today, I think I did that.
I kind of love that statement.
Right.
You just got to seize the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely went viral. He got his point across, and he might have been fired, but as for like with everything nowadays, GoFund's been started, and apparently one has 200K. So if he's fired, he's got a pretty good severance package.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so good luck to that guy, TJ Sabula.
Good luck.
Crazy
That's
video.
insane.
Did insane numbers. If you want to see the video, it's on our website, so check it out.
I'm not
Do
even
you-
shocked, which is the scary thing.
No, nothing.
It's like, oh, another day. Like, what's
N-
next?
Totally, nothing shocks me anymore. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this OnlyFans creator?
Actually, I would love to.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So Sophie Rain. You want me to talk about Sophie Rain?
Well,
Or you want
actually,
me to talk about
I
the
know
story
I
first?
set you up terribly
That's
there.
fine.
That was
Yeah, you
very
did.
terrible by me as
Yeah.
a co-host.
Swing and a miss, that's
Go give us what this politician
Okay.
is hoping for.
So he is a gubernatorial. That's a real word.
Gubernatorial. Okay.
Gubernatorial candidate, James Fishback. He's running for governor in Florida. And he's basically saying that he wants to tax these OnlyFans models 50% of their income. And he said to pay for their sins. And he was like, the things he says is honestly insane. He says, if it drives the OnlyFans models out of Florida, it's fine. He'd rather they leave than whore around downtown Miami.
Okay.
And he said, instead of OnlyFans, women can be a nurse, a teacher, or a homemaker rather than posing nude for money, which is the three only jobs a woman can have.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
What else can you guys do?
I think we can either do those three things and have kids, and I think that's about it.
I mean, it's such a archaic way of thought, and
It's
what he
so
wants is, I guess, the positive spin on this. I'm sure there are conservatives out there that probably love this, but he's saying, okay, we'll take 50% of the income and it will go towards schools.
Yes.
Because obviously, do it for the kids.
The kicker of that though is like he had this
I just read this.
He had this like foundation or company that was working with Broward County schools, and it like ended the partnership because he was accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a minor. So he wants to take this money and give it to the schools that he has been banned from.
He apparently denied those things, but yeah, I mean,
Yes.
of course, he has some dirt of his own when he's trying to play like holier than thou, but
So
thou.
ridiculous.
But so yeah, obviously, so he called Sophie Rain out in particular. She came back at him strongly. I mean, this is what politicians do, though. Like this guy, I had never heard of him.
Me neither.
In my entire life,
Now we're
James
talking about
Fishback. This is what he wants. He made national news now. When he's put on the ballot, people in Florida will be like, "Oh, I recognize that name." So this is like he thought, like, sat in his office and thought, "All right, how can I get attention? This is what I'm gonna do."
Total rage baiting.
It's obviously never gonna go through, in my opinion.
I agree.
And if it does, all the OnlyFans girls will just move to a different city. So, like, what girl would want to shoot content when you're going to get 50% of your income taken?
Yeah, no.
So yeah, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. That's how I feel about it.
One of my favorite things is Sophie Rain said that like conservatives are her top. On OnlyFans.
For sure.
So you guys want to take my money away? You guys are the ones paying me.
100%.
I love that.
And it's always like, I mean, it's like a story as old as time that all the people that are like, like my religion or, like, my values are always the ones in the shadows doing the shadiest, weirdest stuff.
Exactly.
So not that OnlyFans stuff is shady, but like that's exactly it. They will openly talk about how wrong it is to do OnlyFans while meanwhile making fake accounts and paying these women to see whatever. And it's legal. Like women can do being on OnlyFans is a job and you don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, why not?
Sex work is work, people.
Correct. So yeah, that was crazy. So back into this story, a little more obviously serious. So Timothy Busfield, very famous actor and director, an arrest warrant went out on Friday from the U.S. Marshal Service out of New Mexico, where authorities were basically saying that Busfield had abused two child actors while he was directing the TV series The Cleaning Lady in 2022 in New Mexico. Prosecutors were saying the victims were 7 and 8 at the time, and according to law enforcement, the parents of the boys reported the alleged abuse to Albuquerque police 2 years later, which led to this criminal investigation and eventual charges. So he surrendered yesterday in New Mexico after obviously this arrest warrant was issued. And also, obviously he's lawyered up and he released this video. The first time he's spoken about these allegations since Friday.
Hi, everybody. It's Tim. I'm sure most of you know that are watching this that I was ordered to come to Albuquerque. I'm here now. I got the call Friday night. I had to get a lawyer. Saturday, I got in a car. I drove 2,000 miles to Albuquerque. I'm going to confront these lies. They're horrible. They're all lies. And I did not do anything to those little boys, and I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it with a great team, and I'm going to be exonerated. I know I am, because this is all so wrong and all lies. So hang in there, and hopefully I'm out real soon, and back to work. And I love everybody for supporting me. Thank you.
So Branson had mentioned before, I don't know how you viewed this video, that there's a little I mean, to be honest, I thought the video was pretty straightforward, and like, here's a guy that's just trying to defend himself and saying that he's going to fight these charges. I didn't really find anything wrong with it.
It feels weird to me.
For what reason?
It feels like his lawyer is behind the camera being like, speak up, like, say something,
like
say
you feel like
something.
it's too coached
It
and not
feels too
authentic.
coached, and I don't like that he says little boys. I think
Yeah, that was
feels
an
weird.
interesting choice of words for sure.
You could say like, these allegations aren't true. I never did anything inappropriate with like children or people on my set.
Yeah,
And like, I never touched these little boys.
Yeah,
oh, come on.
yeah.
That screams weird.
I do agree. Bad choice of words. But just more background from his side. Obviously, he's attorney. He's hired some attorneys. They released a statement yesterday, which I think is kind of interesting, saying that this is all motivated by revenge. That basically saying that an actress on set with the boys was the mother, said was basically this is revenge after her sons were cut from the show. I guess they weren't in the final season, and his side of things is that this all didn't happen, and now she's just trying to get revenge on him for basically firing her sons. And the other interesting thing is that Warner Brothers did their own investigation when she made these allegations, and basically found nothing that substantiated any of these claims. So it is very odd to me that the studio investigated this, found nothing, but then the prosecutors in New Mexico still decided to press charges. So maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe the prosecutors have something different that we haven't, that the studio never got. Who knows? But it is weird because, I mean, at the end of the day, if this happened, horrible, and this guy should go to jail. But also, like, this guy, obviously a lot of people can make accusations, and this guy does have the right to defend himself, because at the end of the day, even if he's cleared of all these charges, I mean, we've seen this a million times, there were still headlines out there about him.
It ruins his name.
Him sexually abusing, like having child sex abuse charges linked to him, which is like,
that could ruin your life.
yeah, I mean, those are on the internet forever. And a lot of people unfortunately read the first story, but then don't follow up and find out, this guy was actually cleared of everything. So we'll be following this whole story. Pretty crazy. Let's get to the comments. Trump, August, he is a true American. Isn't that the American spirit, taking no one's bullshit? I mean, I personally think the president shouldn't be saying fuck you to people, but
I agree.
But
I think taking no one's bullshit would be just walking away.
Yeah, I think you have to hold yourself to a higher standard as the president, but there are a lot of people that I will say do like that he's like real. Because that's how like someone, like if someone said I was a pedophile protector out on the street, I would probably have a similar reaction.
I think out on the street's different than a presidential visit.
Yes.
But I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wendy Parker, nope, not American at all. He is a disgrace. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Bob Ross, 83475. This regime should wear chaps since they keep on embarrassing themselves. Embarrassing themselves. I actually like that.
That's clever.
That was Bob Ross. That was actually good. John, Ford should fire the bastard.
I think they're looking.
They're investigating. I would imagine he is going to be let go. You probably can't
come back from
that at your workplace when the president's there. Jamie Press, you guys just don't get it. This is exactly why people love him, and exactly the correct response to someone calling you something like that. What's he supposed to do / say? Smile and say thank you? Yeah, James. Yeah, I mean, ignore it. I think ignore is probably the more presidential, but I do agree with you that I do think a part of his major popularity is that he's real. Ridiculous. And people some people are like, can see themselves like, oh yeah, that's how someone would actually react, instead of just like turning the cheek or whatever and ignoring. That's the thing. He's a lightning rod. You either love him or you hate him.
He is great TV.
He is great content for sure.
You know, up to you.
Yeah.
TV?
For sure. Were you a big Apprentice fan? Probably not.
Nope.
Too young. Diane, when you're outside America, it's so tragic. I guess some inside can't see it. This is also tragic.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't really speak to too many people, I would say, outside of America, because I don't really even know what the world's opinion is on him. But I'm sure a lot of people are laughing at us. I think some
Yeah.
people do think it's like kind of badass. I don't know. Cats are aliens.
That's my friend.
Ooh,
from the live stream.
Really? Hi, Talia.
Yeah.
Been missing the TMZ live chat. I've been working when it's on.
Hi, Cats are aliens. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Come join us anytime. You know where to find me.
Cats are aliens.
Isn't that a
Interesting.
good-
I
it's a
would
good
love
name.
to know
I think-
how they came up with that. Did they ever tell you?
They didn't, but Cats are aliens. We'll have that chat some point this
Yeah,
week.
when she's not when she's not working, we'll definitely
We'll catch up with you on that.
exactly.
We'll circle back.
Tanya Maldonado, love you both. Love you too, Tanya.
Thanks,
It was
Tanya.
great.
Love you.
It's funny because like when I first started here, I think I was 22, 23 or
Mhm.
22.
Yeah.
And I was always like the younger one. Like I was always like one of the newer, younger people. And I've officially hit like, I'm
Old.
old, bro.
Yeah.
I'm old and washed.
Yeah. Just
It
watch.
sucks. Yeah, mostly
It does suck.
washed. But
I
welcome.
feel spry and young and agile.
yeah, ready to
My
take
back doesn't really hurt yet.
Oh, I had my first hip injury at the gym. Yeah,
That's
it's
not
tough.
good.
It's tough. Well, thank you.
Well,
Thank
thanks
you
for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Anytime.
And I think Cotton's back tomorrow.